I love Frozen. I watched both movies 4 times in theaters when they came out. I saw the musical on Broadway and on tour, and I've been to the Hollywood Studios sing-along 4 different times. When Frozen fever was at its highest, I was watching Once Upon a Time with my mom. I remember watching the Frozen season, but I honestly don't remember much about it now. I figured it would be fun to revisit it, especially since I've been following Elizabeth Leal's work after her role in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. There's going to be spoilers for Season 4A of Once Upon a Time, as well as Seasons 1 through 3. If you aren't familiar with the show, I'll give a quick rundown. Emma is a loner living in the city minding her own business when a kid comes knocking on her door claiming to be hers. He leads her to a town called Storybrooke, a town filled with people from fairy tales, or as the show calls it, the Enchanted Forest. They were cursed by Regina, the evil queen, and lost all memory of their fairy tale lives. That is, until Emma is able to break the curse. Season 2, stuff happens. At one point we meet the Wicked Witch Zelena, who's Regina's sister, and we get Regina's redemption arc. So she's good now and allied with the main characters. They are Snow White, Prince Charming, Henry, Emma's child, and Emma herself. In Season 3, Peter Pan is the villain, and we are introduced to Captain Hook, who also joins the group of heroes. There's also Rumpelstiltskin and Belle, who do their own thing. Belle's, good, and Rumpel's very much evil, but he still aligns himself with the good guys sometimes. But this leads us to Season 4A. I say 4A because the story arcs are split between the season, so 4B has its own thing going on. But I'll mainly be focusing on Anna and Elsa's arcs with some other characters sprinkled in if it's relevant. Now without further ado, let's get into it. Episode 1, A Tale of Two Sisters. We start the episode off with a flashback of Elsa and Anna's parents dying. Their ship is being overtaken by waves. We see the queen, their mother, writing a letter as Agnar, their father, tells her that they need to abandon ship. She puts her letter in a bottle and throws it off into the ocean so Anna and Elsa will know the truth. About what? We don't know. Then I have a time jump to Arendelle 5 years later. Anna and Elsa put flowers down at their parents' graves. Elsa tells Anna that she has a surprise for Anna's wedding. She shows Anna their mother's wedding dress. She also pulls out a necklace in the shape of a snowflake. While Anna changes, Elsa finds a journal that she reads through. Snow swirls around her as she reads, showing distress. The journal is her mother's. She reads a part of it and storms off, thinking herself responsible for their parents' deaths. Anna follows Elsa to the woods. She asks her what was in the diary, and Elsa reveals that the trip their parents died during wasn't a diplomatic mission. Rather, it was to find an answer for Elsa's magic. Elsa blames herself for their death, and she calls herself a monster. I wonder if they took the idea from here for Frozen 2, since there's a very similar scene there. Anyways, Anna reassures Elsa that they all love her. She believes there are more answers about their parents, so she takes Elsa to the trolls to get answers. And holy shit, this troll looks so uncanny, I cannot stand it. Anyways, Grandpappy the troll tells us that their parents were going to a place called Misthaven. Anna tells Elsa that she'll go to Misthaven while her sister runs the kingdom. Elsa tells her she shouldn't, since that's how their parents died. The next day, Elsa looks for Anna. She asks Kristoff where she is. He's obviously lying, so she drills into him. He tells Elsa that Anna is on a ship ready to go to Misthaven at any moment. Elsa runs off with Kristoff in tow. And then cut to the present day where Elsa has arrived in Storybrooke, or the fantasy world within our world. She freezes the town's sign as the title card rolls. We see Regina, the evil queen, leave a diner in a distressed mood. Emma, our savior, goes out to talk to her. She apologizes for causing Regina pain by bringing back Marian, the ex of Regina's love, Robin Hood. So Regina and Robin Hood were dating up until this point, but then Marian was brought from the past to the present by Emma, not knowing that she was Robin's wife. And so Robin's like, oh, well, that's my wife. I kind of have to be with her. Emma changed time, and Regina killed Marian in the past, and Regina said that she was a different person then and has changed now to make a better life. Robin brings Marian out to introduce her to Regina, but Marian's appalled at how everybody has forgiven Regina for her past. Regina just storms off. 2 of the 7 drawers, Grumpy and Sleepy, are driving when they almost hit a confused Elsa. She stops the car in its tracks with her magic. She walks through the town, eyes trailing behind her. In the past, we have Kristoff and Elsa running to catch up with Anna, but they're too late and the ship is gone. Kristoff laments that Anna went without him so he could look over Elsa. This doesn't totally quell her concerns, but Anna goes anyway, necklace in tow. Oh, it also turns out the land she's going to is the Enchanted Forest, the land of all the fairy tale characters were originally from. Robin Hood goes to talk to Regina, who's still reeling from the interaction with Marian. She thinks that she could still be the evil version of herself. reassures her that their love is real and that she's still a good person. However, since Marion is his wife, he must go back to her in order to stick to his vows. Obviously, Regina isn't happy with this, and her anger causes her magic to go a little on the fritz and breaks a mirror. She looks at a broken reflection before going to the mental care precinct at the hospital. And there is the personification of the magic mirror, and she wants his help to get her happiness back. While Emma and Hook are discussing their romantic relationship, the dwarves run up to them distressed. Emma and Hook follow Elsa's ice trail to a scrap alley where Elsa makes a large snowman to defend her. It attacks them, chasing the two through the town. The snowman changes his mind, however, and starts to head for the forest after Elsa sees a newspaper talking about Belle and Rumpelstiltskin's marriage. On a side note, Belle's last name is French, which is so incredibly lazy and funny. Like, OMG, she's French. Let's make that her last name. Anyways, in the woods, Emma's family tells her to use her newfound magic to attack the snowman. She does, but this makes him attack once more. Thankfully, Regina makes it back just in time to destroy the monster with her magic. Marion is in shock in this act of kindness from the evil queen. However, before anyone can talk to her about where she went earlier, Regina missed out of the air. Emma goes to Regina's home to talk to her. She knocks on her door. Regina doesn't answer, but Emma knows she's inside. In a shot mirroring Elsa and Anna during Do You Want to Build a Snowman, we see Regina crying against the door while Emma talks to her. Regina realizes that the best way to get her happy ending is to get the writer, the author of the storybook that shows the fairy tale character's fates, to write her as a hero to give her a happy ending. She tells the magic mirror that he's going to help her find him. That night, Elsa breaks into Rumpel's shop. Yeah, I'm not spelling out Rumpelstiltskin in the script anymore, so he's just Rumpel now. Anyway, she finds the necklace she gave to Anna in his pawn shop. She lifts the necklace, promising to find her sister. Episode 2. Whiteout. Elsa decides to create a large ice wall so that nobody can leave Storybrooke. She's determined to find out what happened to Anna, which cues a flashback of Anna in the Enchanted Forest. She knocks on the door of Prince Charming, or David, since this was before he was a prince and he was just a lone shepherd. He was a friend of Kristoff who he told Anna of. He tells her she can sleep in his barn as Bo Peep pulls up in a chariot. Bo Peep in this universe is a greedy landlord, which is definitely an interpretation. Anyways, David can't pay his rent since he's had a slow month. Bo Peep leaves and Anna tells David that he needs to fight for his right because Bo Peep has a staff that can basically enslave people. It's really weird, but it can also track people. So he can't leave because she's marked him. Anyways, he needs to stand up for himself. David doesn't want to since Bo has her own private army. Anna tells him that she can train him in sword fighting since she learned from her soldiers. He agrees, however, he gives up pretty fast. She tells him about how her sister hid from her problems and how she had to push her sister to actually live and not just survive. The next day, David goes to fight Bo Peep, who's taken Anna. He's able to defeat her soldiers as well as Bo. He uses her staff to track down Anna. She's proud of him for taking her advice. David's mother directs Anna to somebody who understands magic, somebody who can help her, Rumpel. In the present day, Elsa's ice wall causes a power outage. David and Emma go to investigate it. Hook also arrives at the scene. He informs them that the wall surrounds the entire town. Emma follows the wall where she runs into Elsa. She asks Elsa what she's doing. She tells Emma that she's looking for her sister and asks where she is. Emma offers to help, then Hook and David storm in, weapons blazing. Elsa panics, putting a wall between the women and men. Elsa tells Emma that her people need to keep their distance, and that she'll free Emma if they can bring Anna to her. She threatens to free Storybrooke and everybody in it. Emma asks Elsa again to take down the wall. Elsa doesn't respond, and Emma realizes Elsa can't control her powers. Emma can't control her magic either, and she understands Elsa's pain. Elsa laments how her sister helps her to control her magic. Emma tries to use her magic, but she can't because 1, she can't control it, and 2, she has hypothermia from being trapped in an ice cave. Elsa tells Emma that she's the first person that she's met with magic. Emma tells her that it must be lonely living like that before almost falling asleep. Elsa tries to keep her awake, but Emma isn't listening. David and Hook go to Gold's shop to look for Anna. Belle shows him Anna's necklace. He recognizes the necklace as Anna's, or Joan's, since Anna gave him a fake name when they met. He goes over to Bo Peep in Storybrooke. He knows that she can track Anna since she branded her with her staff in the past. Elsa, using a walkie-talkie Emma had gone in with, is able to tell Hook and David that Emma is dying. David tells her that he knows a way to find Anna, but she needs to leave. He tells her that survival isn't enough and that she has to live, something Anna told him. Also recognizes the quote and realizes he knew Anna. He tells her to melt the ice for her sister. Elsa's inspired and finds the means to control her magic, breaking down the wall. David congratulates Elsa for saving Emma. She doesn't accept it, saying she endangered Emma in the first place. He says that her sister saved him, so therefore he owes her everything. He's going to help her find Anna. They try to use Bo Peep's staff, but while it doesn't show where exactly Anna is, it gives them a heartbeat, so they do know she's alive. Elsa attempts to break down the wall, but her magic isn't able to. Emma asks what's keeping the wall up, since Elsa should be the only person with ice magic, and then we cut to the owner of an ice cream store. Somebody asks her how her ice cream stayed cold during the power outage. She says it's luck. But then, we see her using her ice powers. Episode 3, Rocky Road. We start the episode with Robin, his son Roland, and Marion going to the ice cream shop from the last episode. The lady running it adds a bit of magic to Marion's ice cream cone while turned away. She says that seeing a happy family warms her heart as she sends them on their way. Elsa, Emma, and Hook interrogate Rumple. Apparently Elsa was being kept inside of an urn that was previously in his shop. They want to know why she was in it, but nobody knows. Elsa's memory was tampered with, so she doesn't know why. Rumple swears he doesn't know anything about Elsa or her sister. We get a flashback to Elsa worrying about where Anna is while Kristoff tries to reassure her. Elsa wants to go after Anna, but Kristoff tells her that she needs to stay in Arendelle and watch over the kingdom. A royal servant arrives telling Elsa that Prince Hans has brought an army that is on their way through the mountains. Kristoff offers to go look for them, but Elsa turns him down. However, he goes out against Elsa's wishes. He spots Hans and his brothers. They treat him horribly, but he mentions that this time he has a tool to win and shows a photo of the urn. The urn can capture magic users, which Kristoff tells her. They decide to go to the mountain and take on Hans. While in the woods, Elsa laments to Kristoff how lonely it feels to have magic when nobody else does. She asks him if he ever felt alone living with the magical rock trolls. He says he didn't, and Elsa wishes she could think that way. The two find the urn in a cave. Elsa takes it, but runes appear on it. Elsa thinks the urn could give her answers to her magic, but Kristoff wants to destroy it. Before they can argue more, Hans and his brothers arrive. Elsa uses her magic to stop them, but then Hans overpowers Kristoff and threatens to kill him if she doesn't give him the urn. She gives it to him, saving Kristoff. Hans opens the urn, unleashing a liquid that seeps towards Elsa. However, when it reaches her, it moves away, turning into the ice cream woman from before, but in a large gown. She freezes Hans immediately. Elsa tears up, finding out there's somebody like her. Elsa and the Ice Lady bond over their powers. The Ice Lady reveals that she's Elsa's aunt on her mother's side. Elsa is shocked that her mother never mentioned a sister. The woman is excited to see her sister, but Elsa has to give her the news of her mother's death. Elsa laments that she fears what happened to Anna, and Auntie Ice Cream swears to help her since they're family. In the present day, there's a town meeting discussing the ice wall. Snow White and David reassure the townspeople that Elsa is not to be feared, but are interrupted when Marion passes out. Her hair develops a gray streak as her vision blurs. Robin immediately goes for Regina's help. She can't stop the magic, and Elsa reveals that the only way to stop the freezing spell is True Love's kiss. Robin kisses a paling Marion, but nothing happens. The townsfolk wants to stop Elsa before she can hurt anybody else. As they storm off, we see the ice cream lady watching on. Hook starts to lead Elsa to safety, but Elsa stops. She wants to find who else is there and has powers similar to her. Hook tells her that he's going to take her to danger, and Elsa follows. Emma and David go looking for the other ice magic person and find a man living in a tent. The two are able to capture him, one of Robin Hood's previous merry men. He tells them that he heard about Marion's ice curse and that he thinks the ice cream lady had something to do with it. He went to steal from her store during the power outage and noticed the ice cream wasn't damaged in the slightest. They go to the store, and Emma notices that there isn't a cooling system. They also see that the kitchen is completely covered in ice. Hook and Elsa go to Rumple's shop. Elsa gives a hair off of Marion's to Rumple, who is able to use it to track the person who casts the spell. Hook and Elsa follow the magic trail. There they find a woman who looks similar to Elsa in the woods. Hook's foot starts to freeze, and the woman reveals herself. She tells Elsa that they have some catching up to do, but Elsa can't remember her. Ice Cream Lady says that the rock trolls removed her memory of her. She tells Elsa that Anna grew to fear Elsa and that she's the one who trapped Elsa in the urn. Elsa doesn't believe her. She knows that she was framed. Ice Cream Lady says that she wanted to teach Elsa a lesson, that the people of Storybrooke will turn on her. Just as the Ice Lady is about to kill Hook, Emma and David arrive. Ice Lady looks shocked at Emma's arrival, but quickly composes herself. Emma uses her magic to save Hook and stop the Ice Lady, but in the ruckus, Ice Lady ends up escaping. Emma name drops her as Snow Queen, which is a story that Frozen is based off of, but more importantly means I don't have to keep calling her Ice Cream Lady. Anyways, Emma says that the way the Snow Queen said her name was familiar. Emma also reveals to Elsa that she brought her to Storybrooke by accident, but also that the Snow Queen was already in Storybrooke, so she had other plans. Robin goes to Regina's and tells her that the reason his kiss didn't work on Marion was because he's still in love with her and not Marion. Regina takes Marion's healthy heart out of her frozen body in order to preserve her life. Oh yeah, in this universe, people can have their hearts removed. They can actually be used to control people too, but yeah, by preserving Marion's heart, they are preserving her life. In the episode with the Snow Queen wandering through the forest, she runs into Rumple. He apologizes that things didn't work out the way she wanted. He asks if Emma remembered her. When she says she didn't, he says that's for the best. He tells her that when she's ready to make a deal, he'll be there. Episode 4, The Apprentice. In the past, we see Anna meeting Rumple. She asks him what her parents were doing in the Enchanted Forest. He tells her that her parents came to him for answers, but she must make a deal with him to find out. He tells her that she needs to put a liquid in the tea of a man. She nervously agrees, going to his home. She asks if she can come in, and he lets her join him for dinner. He tells her to stay as long as she wishes. which makes her reluctant to harm him. She puts the liquid into the fire instead of his drink. Anna goes back to Rumple and lies that she gave the man the liquid. Rumple tells her that the liquid was the cure to a poison he gave him the day prior. The man was turned into a rat and it was Anna's fault. She ran back to his cottage where Rumple met her. He was testing her. He actually didn't want to cure him. He needed Anna to fight an inner darkness, the need to help her sister over everything, save the man. He tells Anna that if she doesn't try, then she won't be allowed to return home. He tells her the only way to stop him is to kill him. She draws a sword on him as he beckons her to finish him off. However, she refuses, sobbing at the thought of almost killing someone of her own accord. In this way, she fought her inner darkness, giving Rumple what he needed to get what he wanted. In return, Rumple tells Anna that they went to him to find a way to remove Elsa's powers. She denies that they feared her, but he tells her that wasn't the truth. However, it's very hard to remove magic from somebody. The only way to do so is with the magic hat within the box Rumple has. However, that hat needs to charge. He needs a hat to free him from the Dark One's dagger that allows people to control him. The man that was turned into a mouse scurries onto Rumple and bites his hand, causing him to drop the dagger. Anna picks it up and gives him some commands. He has to turn the man back to normal, send her home, never hurt her or her sister, and give her the box with the hat. When Anna returns to Arendelle, she tells Kristoff what she learned. She doesn't know what to tell Elsa. She doesn't want to hurt her feelings, but she also wants to tell her the truth. In the present, Emma's car skids on some ice. She goes to find the Snow Queen and follows her into an alleyway. The Snow Queen walks away and disappears from Emma's sight. She later finds out that the Snow Queen's storybook name, Sarah Fisher, isn't in any census records, showing she didn't come in with a curse. And that's it. Not much Frozen stuff happens in the modern timeline this episode. Episode 5, Breaking Glass. Elsa and Emma are trying to find out why the Snow Queen would take their memories of her. Emma finds a photo of her and the Snow Queen at the ice cream shop. The photo was taken by Regina, who's currently using her magic mirror to find the Snow Queen. She's going to force her to unfreeze Marianne. Emma finds Regina and asks her for help with the photos. Regina brushes her off, saying she doesn't remember the photo and that she's working on saving Marianne. Emma offers to help her, which Regina immediately turns down. Elsa, who is waiting outside for Emma, hears Anna's voice and sees her silhouette in the distance. She follows it. Emma leaves and can't find Elsa. While that's happening, the magic mirror tells Regina that he's found the Snow Queen's lair. Regina follows the mirror's instructions through the woods but runs into Emma before she can get there. Emma insists that they stick together since Elsa is probably with the Snow Queen. Regina refuses but knows Emma is going to follow her anyways. Emma says that helping Marianne is admirable, that saving the wife of the man she loves is hard to do. Regina is still angry. She berates Emma for trying to win her over after ruining her life. Elsa chases Anna into the woods where she runs into the Snow Queen. She freezes Anna and blows her away. It was just a construct, and she was never really there. The Snow Queen chains Elsa, saying she needs to get her out of her way. The more frightened Elsa is, the stronger the chains on her hold. Elsa asks what the Snow Queen plans on doing, to which she responds that she's going to build a snowman. After the Snow Queen leaves, Elsa conquers her fear and breaks the chains holding her. As Emma and Regina continue through the woods, Emma feels like something is off. The Snow Queen found them. Regina utters Sydney, the name of the magic mirror, knowing he betrayed her to work for the Snow Queen. He led them right to her and the giant snowman she made to fight them. The two use their magic against him, working together to defeat him. Of course, then the Snow Queen appears. She takes Regina's mirror and starts to suffocate her and Emma. That's when Elsa arrives, hitting her with an icy blow. The Snow Queen is ecstatic that Elsa is getting over her fear and teleports away. Regina also teleports away, lamenting that she doesn't want to deal with Emma. Elsa asks why Emma just let her go. Emma says that once you screw somebody over, you can't get them back. Elsa tells her that Anna taught her that people can forgive you even if you do something awful. Emma goes to Regina's lair to talk to her. She tells Regina that she doesn't want to go back to being enemies since Regina knows what it's like to be rejected and misunderstood. It's a special bond that they have. She just wants Regina to be her friend again. Regina is shocked that Emma thought of them as friends in the first place. She tells Emma that she doesn't want to kill her, and Emma says that it's a good start. The Snow Queen frees the magic mirror. She tells him that it wasn't him that she wanted. She just wanted the mirror he was trapped in. For what she wants to do, she needs a mirror imbued with dark magic. She laments that she's going to get a family that loves her. Emma plays a tape from when she was a kid. It's her and a kid fighting over a camera. A stern motherly voice tells the boy to stop with the camera, and it's revealed that the voice belongs to the Snow Queen, who lived with the younger Emma. Episode 6, Family Business. Emma, Elsa, Regina, Hook, Belle, Snow White, Rumple, David, and Henry all huddle together to discuss the Snow Queen. They know she's somewhere in the woods and that she's hiding something. Henry suggests that they check her ice cream truck. Belle says that she'll check for more information in the library, and Elsa asks to join her. We get a flashback to Anna and Elsa reuniting. Elsa asks Anna if she found out why their parents left. Anna lies and says it's going to take a while. She's introduced to the Snow Queen, or Ingrid as her real name is. Ingrid has been helping Elsa control her magic. Anna goes to Kristoff and believes that Ingrid is up to something. Kristoff tries to tell her that it's fine, but Anna is concerned since there's no record of Ingrid in the castle. Anna decides to go to the rock trolls to find answers. As Anna leaves, we see that Ingrid was eavesdropping on the conversation. On her way to the trolls, Anna stops into Watering Oaken's shop. There, Belle is talking with Oaken about finding the rock trolls. Anna overhears this and asks Belle if she needs some help. When Belle tells her she's looking for the rock trolls, Anna invites her to come with her. While on their walk, the two talk about their dead moms. Belle says she wants to recover her memories of her mother's death since she forgot about them as, I guess, a trauma response. Anna laments that sometimes the answers we look for aren't what we want to find. The two meet the trolls. Belle tells him what she wants and he's able to help her. He gives her a stone and tells her to brew tea with it in the kettle. Drink the tea in the spot where the memory happened and then she'll get her memories back. Then Anna asks Grandpappy about her mother's family. Apparently Ingrid is not only her aunt, but she has another aunt. They were all quite close until the two older sisters randomly vanished. The royal family requested that everybody in Arendelle forget about the sisters, and Grandpappy did just that. On their way back, a storm starts to brew. Anna immediately recognizes it as Ingrid's magic. Bella loses her memory stone due to the harsh winds. The storm causes Anna to fall off a cliff. Belle watches as Ingrid finds Anna and steals the magic hat from her coat before teleporting the two away. Anna wakes up in a cell of the castle in Arendelle. She tells Ingrid that Elsa won't stand for it. Ingrid tells her that she's going to tell Elsa that Anna had the magic hat to strip Elsa of her magic. Anna tells her that the rock trolls told her about Ingrid's sisters. Anna asks what happened to the other sister before asking what it is exactly that Ingrid wants. She tells Anna that she wants a family that will embrace her for who she is. She thought Anna could be a part of that family, but she was wrong. Ingrid is going to find someone else to take her place. In the present, the search party finds Ingrid's ice cream truck. They find a file filled with information on Emma from the day she was found on the side of the road as a baby. Apparently, she lived with Ingrid for about 6 months. She realizes that they were really close, but something must have happened. In the library, Elsa is concerned that the Snow Queen was telling the truth about Anna trapping her in the urn. Belle tries to tell her that Anna would never do that. Elsa tells her that she's never met Anna. Belle makes an odd expression, obviously hiding that she's actually met her. Anyway, she convinces Elsa to keep looking for the information. In the woods, Rumpel meets with Ingrid to warn her that Emma is onto her. Ingrid tells him that was part of her plan, that she wanted Emma to know about their past. She then tells him to stay out of her way. Later, Rumpel walks in on Belle leaving his shop. She's on her way to the Snow Queen. She asks Rumpel to go with her. He refuses, so she uses the Dark One's dagger to force him to help her. Once there, she mentions how she's going to retrieve a hat that can steal magic from somebody. The hat we know Rumpel actually has in the present day. He tries to get Belle to drop it, but without telling her the truth. She doesn't listen and goes in to face the Snow Queen. In the Snow Queen's lair, Belle is faced with her own reflection. She berates herself for her mistakes. The reflection tells Belle that the Dark One's dagger she has isn't real. Rumpel comes in, and she slits his throat with it, where he then grabs her and teleports her out. She realizes that he disobeyed the direct command the dagger gave him to watch out for her. She shows some doubt, but Rumpel fakes a cut on his neck to make her believe the dagger was real. She tells him that she failed him and everybody else, and she's the reason Anna is missing. She thinks she let Anna get captured back in Arendelle. She hadn't mentioned it to anybody since she wanted to wait until she had a chance to make things right. Afterwards, Rumpel once again meets with the Snow Queen. He tells her that Belle fell for the mirror spell. He tells her that she won't let him hurt the people he loves. She tells him that she won't make any promises. But he tells her that he now has leverage, the hat that can remove her magic. Elsa shows Emma that she found a book that shows her mother, Ingrid, and the other sister, Helga. Helga looks just like Emma. Elsa found a scroll talking about Emma the Savior and how she will become Ingrid's sister. Ingrid wants to replace her sisters with Elsa and Emma. Belle then walks in saying that she knew Anna, that she let her down, and that she was captured by the Snow Queen. Belle also tells them of the magic mirror and how it contains the spell of Shattered Sight. The spell will make everybody turn onto each other, leaving only Emma and Elsa, Ingrid's perfect family. Episode 7. The Snow Queen. We start the episode with Ingrid and her sisters as children. They're all playing with the kite. A man steps out saying that they found his kite, then takes the youngest sister, saying that she will make for a lovely ransom. Ingrid randomly shoots ice out of her hands, hitting the man. He collapses, while Ingrid is horrified with herself. Her sisters say that she saved their lives and that they will keep the powers a secret as well as help her with them. They make a sisterly pact that they will always help each other. They use yellow ribbons and tie them around their wrists to make this pact. This then brings us to the present day where Ingrid is alone. She walks to the top of the clock tower where she summons her mirror. Emma shows Elsa a spell Belle found that could neutralize Ingrid's powers with a candle. Elsa asks Emma if her family looks at her differently for her magic. When Emma says that they don't, Elsa smiles, telling her how wonderful that is. They try to do the spell, but Emma still doesn't have full control on her magic and it backfires. She has to leave and meet Snow White before they can try again. She realizes that Snow is at a first-time mother's group despite being her mother. She pretends that she doesn't mind, but her magic flares as she fights off how upset she is that she never got to be raised by Snow, instead sent away to become the savior. Anyways, Elsa and Emma are called to the clock tower where they use the spell on Ingrid and it works, but Ingrid doesn't seem very shocked. In the past, we see a flashback of Ingrid encouraging her sisters to have a good time while she stays up in her room. She thinks it would be best if she stays out of sight. Ingrid watches the party from afar as her magic flurries. She starts to pack to run away when her sisters walk in on her. She tells her sisters she's going to let them have the normal lives that they deserve. Ingrid doesn't want to hurt anybody with her magic that she's losing control over. Anna's mother mentions that she knows a way to help Ingrid. She says that there's a wizard who can help her. It's Rumpel. He offers her magical lessons, but she turns him down. She just wants her magic gone. He tells her that the sisterly bond is worth its weight in magic. He tells her that love is free, but magic comes with a price. He gives her a pair of gloves that will stop her magic, but only if she believes they will. He then gives her the urn that will capture her if necessary. However, in exchange for the deal, he wants the ribbons that solidify their sisterly bond. The ribbons are filled with magic of their love. Her sisters insist that they are enough, but Ingrid gives in to Rumpel's deal. In Arendelle, the Duke hits on Ingrid. However, Helga initially showed interest in him. He tells her that Helga will never know about them, but Ingrid says no to him. Her magic goes on the fritz. She wasn't wearing her gloves. Helga walks up as soon as Ingrid mentions keeping a secret between them. The Duke lies that Ingrid kissed him, but Helga doesn't believe him for a moment and sends him away from their kingdom. He tells him that he will tell the entirety of Arendelle about Ingrid's magic. Ingrid raises her hands to strike him, but Helga takes the blow. Ingrid freezes Helga's heart and kills her. She sobs over her sister's body. Her other sister finds her and is horrified. She runs from Ingrid, calling her a monster for killing their sister. Honestly, even though it was an accident, I'd be pissed too. Anyway, she traps Ingrid in the urn, which is how she got there in the first place. In the present, Elsa and Emma interrogate Ingrid. Elsa tells Ingrid that they know Anna is alive. Ingrid is playing mind games, telling Elsa that Anna turned on her. Emma tells Elsa to go, that Ingrid is getting under her skin. Ingrid tells Emma that she wanted to talk to her anyways and that she's proud of her. Ingrid tells Emma that as soon as she tells her the truth, she knows Emma will let her go. She then asks her what she wants to talk about. Emma asks her why Ingrid thinks she's her family. Ingrid tells her that Emma and her are true family since they all understand each other, that Emma's family fears her magic. She believes that Emma's family will turn on her eventually. During the interrogation, Ingrid tries to manipulate Emma. She tells her that her parents could have tried to find a different way to raise her, that they gave her a way so that she could save them instead of saving her. All she has to do is make one mistake, have one accident before her family turns on her. They've chosen to have a new child, and he's, thankfully, normal. They can't live with somebody they don't understand. Emma tells her to shut up, and her magic breaks a hole in the wall. Emma's magic is on the fritz. It won't stop. Ingrid teleports away as Emma looks on in horror at the destruction she's caused. Hook, David, and Snow arrive, and Hook asks what monster did the destruction to the police station. Emma laments that it was her. Hook grabs onto her as she tries to run off. She turns around horrified and tells him to stop. Sparks fly around her as she knocks over a street lamp that almost kills David. Snow White yells at her in horror. Emma realizes that this is what Ingrid was talking about and then runs away. Elsa laments that she knows what Emma is feeling. She remembers what it was like only seeing fear from her family. Snow White realizes that they failed Emma, that the Snow Queen didn't need a spell to spread fear, that they did it on their own. Ingrid walks into Rumpel's shop and tells him that she's ready to make a deal. She wants her ribbons back. She knows that Rumpel wants to be able to use his magic outside of Storybrooke. She knows how to make the hat able to give him that, but she will only tell him if he gives her the ribbons. She tells him that he can do whatever he wants with the rest of the world as long as Storybrooke is hers. The two make their deal. Episodes 8 and 9. Smash the Mirror. We start the episode with a flashback showing Ingrid bringing the magic hat to a sorcerer in the Enchanted Forest. She has to make a deal for his hat. His apprentice tells her that she has no idea what she's dealing with. She tells him that she didn't actually bring the hat, that it's hidden. She wants the sorcerer to give her her happiness, and then she will give him the hat. She wants 2 new sisters born with powers. She has Elsa, but she needs a third. To immense how her sisters never accepted her, but that's literally not true. In the flashbacks, her sisters are nothing but supportive. It wasn't until she accidentally killed one of her sisters that the other one turned on her, and I honestly see that as valid. Ingrid meets up with Elsa and tells her that she found the magic hat her parents were looking for, the thing that would take away her magic. Ingrid tells her that Anna was going to use it on her, that she tried to do so on Ingrid. She also tells Elsa that her mother was the one who put her in the urn and that Anna is just like her. Elsa goes to meet Anna in the dungeon. Anna tries to talk to Elsa, but Elsa isn't hearing it. Elsa asks the guards to leave, where she reveals that she was putting on a show for the guards and that she believes Anna. She breaks Anna out of her cell. Elsa gives her sister her snowflake necklace and swears to never take it off again. Elsa reveals that she has a plan, and they are going to steal the urn and trap Ingrid in it again. However, Elsa doesn't know where the urn is. The two go to Ingrid's old bedroom to find the urn. They find it in an old wardrobe. The two sneak away through the castle looking for Ingrid. Elsa asks Anna if it was true that their parents left to find a way to take away her magic. Anna tells her the truth, but that their parents would be proud of Elsa. If they could see her now, see how important Elsa's magic is to her, they wouldn't dare take it away. This comforts Elsa. She brings Anna back to the dungeon. Elsa's going to tell Ingrid to go see Anna in the dungeon. Then Anna will bring out the urn and trap Ingrid inside of it. However, once Elsa leaves Anna in the cell, Ingrid's magic surrounds her. She becomes chained to the floor. Then Ingrid appears. She tells Anna that the two are similar in the way that they grew up alone. She forces Anna to recount a legend they both read as children in the library, a story about a mirror that reflected pain and sorrow. and make people see only the worst of the ones they loved, making them destroy themselves. Ingrid tells Anna that she's going to create the same spell to reflect her own pain. This is a spell of Shattered Sight. She doesn't have enough power to cast a spell on an entire kingdom, so she's just going to cast it onto Anna. Anna walks into the dining room and meets Elsa, but something is off. Elsa remarks that Anna seems upset. Anna says that Elsa thinks that some food and jewelry could make up for all the years of ignorance she put onto Anna, that she made Anna believe that it was all her fault. Anna laments that she's now come to her senses. That's when Ingrid walks in. She reveals that she used her magic to make Anna reveal her true feelings, which would make sense if Anna wasn't standing there while she said this. Like, Ingrid is Evelyn while Anna just stands there acting like she can't hear Ingrid. Anyway, she urges Elsa to freeze Anna. She doesn't. Instead, Anna traps Elsa inside of the urn, but then snaps out of it. Ingrid is about to strangle her for trapping Elsa when Kristoff comes in. She realizes that everybody will see her as a monster and freezes all of Arendelle, telling the urn that Elsa will accept who she is someday. Rumple appears next to her and asks for the hat that Anna stole from him. He sees Ingrid messing with the memory rocks as well as the urn. He tells her that he will remove Elsa's memories in return for the hat. Ingrid wants the memories gone so that she and Elsa can have a fresh start. As Ingrid is about to summon Rumple to give him the hat, the Sorcerer's Apprentice approaches her. He knows that the perfect match for the third sister is going to be born in the future and be reunited with the one she just lost. He sends her through a door to a new land where a happy ending awaits. She hands him the box and he gives her a scroll Elsa found with the prophecy of Emma. She walks through the door and ends up in our world in 1982. Anyways, in the present, Emma wakes herself up with her magic. Henry finds her and tries to talk to her. She pushes him away. He tells her that she always pulls away when she needs help, that she needs to just let him in. He reaches out for her hands, but her powers launch him in the air and across the woods. She tells him to go and accidentally sends out another blast. Henry runs off and Ingrid appears behind her. She knows exactly how Emma feels. She tells Emma that she can help, but Emma drives away. Snow White, Hook, David, and Elsa meet up together. Elsa laments that the longer Emma's alone, the more her magic will spiral. Side note, but Elsa has been wearing her Let It Go dress since the moment she arrived in Storybrooke. They should have given her some casual wear. I mean, it probably wouldn't look good since this is 2010s fashion we're talking about, but anyway, she laments that while her powers were on the fritz, she was so worried she would hurt Anna. It was only when she realized Anna would always be with her that she calmed down. Henry comes in and tells him that he found Emma, but that she drove him away. The group realizes that if Henry, her own son, couldn't get through to her, then they're out of ideas. It turns out Emma is in Rumple's shop. She wants him to help her control her magic since she heard Henry. Since Rumple is basically invincible, she knows she can't hurt him, therefore he's the only one who can help her. He tells her a way to take away somebody's magic, an ancient spell. She tells him to do it, but he tells her that she has to find a large area for the spell since it will decimate a large area around it. He tells her to meet him at an abandoned manor at sundown. So yeah, he's tricking her to go to his house and do the spell that activates the hat, which he will then use to take away her magic. Foolproof plan if you ask me. Anyways, Emma calls Snow White and tells her about how she's going to get rid of her magic for good and that she's okay. Rumple goes to tell Ingrid that she won't be able to put her ribbon on Emma. He also tells her that he's limited her magic. He transferred the remaining magic of the destroyed urn and trapped her in its dust. It's going to trap her just long enough for him to take Emma's magic. Elsa overhears Snow White and David talking about how maybe it's for the best that Emma gets rid of her magic. She quietly leaves to find Emma and stop her. Hook also goes looking for Emma, knowing about the magic hat and what it can do. Hook goes to Rumple's store and sees the location circled, the place where Emma's going. When Emma drives to the location, Ingrid is able to send a magical projection of herself to her. In the road where the projection stands, Emma swerves trying to avoid it and crashes her car. Emma gets out and looks for Ingrid. She tells Emma that she's in great danger, that she needs to turn around. She can't trust Rumple and he's going to kill her to get what he wants. She won't let Emma go. Emma realizes that Ingrid is naturally there and continues on her journey. Regina asks why there isn't anybody out there looking for Emma. Snow and David say that they support Emma in her decision. Regina tells them the best they can do for Emma is to let her embrace how special she is. They can't let Emma take away what's special about her. That's when they realize their locator potion is gone, as well as Elsa. That's when we cut to Elsa, who's following the potion. And then we cut away, as Emma makes her way to Rumple. He summoned the hat and left it open to absorb Emma and her magic. He tells her to step through the door. Before she does, Emma tells him about her run-in with the Snow Queen and how she has doubts about Rumple. Emma asks him what he would do. He tells her he wouldn't since he loves power too much. He tells her that she always does the right thing, unlike him. It's some expert manipulation that actually works. However, before Emma can go in, Elsa breaks in. She finds Emma and tells her to not give up on her magic. Rumple is busy distracting Hook, so that leaves Elsa to talk with Emma. She laments to Elsa that she doesn't have the same connection Elsa has with her sister. She thought she had that connection with Henry, but she doesn't. Elsa tells Emma that she was able to find control without her sister, that the only way they can find true control is to love themselves. That is the only way to control them. Tears fall from Emma's eyes as lights flicker around her. Elsa reaches out, saying that now is the time to stop being afraid. Emma takes her hand and a wave of magic erupts. The lights return to normal and Emma's magic calms. The spell containing Ingrid finally wears off and she gets to work. She magically transports the ribbons. One appears on her wrist and she caresses it. Emma and Elsa reunite with the others outside and Emma shows her control over her magic by making fireworks in the sky. That's when Emma and Elsa notice that they both have yellow ribbons on their wrists and that they are funneling away their magic. Fireworks stop and the two have a feeling Ingrid is behind it. Rumple goes to talk to Ingrid. She tells him that Elsa was the one who truly stopped Emma. She knows that they are destined to be sisters by being there for each other. The ribbons were only able to be transported once all the sisters embraced their magic. She can harness all of their powers. She threatens Rumple, but he leaves. She shatters the magic mirror she has, spreading the shattered sight curse through Storybrooke. Episode 10. Fall. Rumple congratulates Ingrid. He then asks her for a deal. When the spell hits at sundown, it will cause everybody to tear each other apart until they die. He tells her that he will spend every moment of his life trying to stop her until he lets him, Belle, and Henry go. She tells him to enjoy his trip. Our main characters are scouting the Shattered Sight storm. They realize they have to warn the town about what is coming. Emma wants to get the people out of town, but they can't with the ice wall. Emma tells everybody to go around and tell people to separate themselves from their loved ones to make sure not to hurt them. Emma and Elsa believe that their ribbons make them immune to the Snow Queen's curse. Belle finds a way to undo the Shattered Sight curse, but the only way to do so is to find somebody who is already under the spell. Elsa believes that Anna may have been under the spell when she put her in the urn. Elsa uses Anna's necklace, the one she found at the ice wall in the previous scene, to locate Anna. Belle sees mirror fragments in it and confirms that Anna was under the spell. In the past, Arendelle unfreezes. Anna realizes that Elsa and her aunt are gone. Anna finds a gold straw and realizes that Rumple was there and came for the hat. Hans was also unfrozen and walks in to arrest the two since Anna captured the queen. Kristoff allows him to handcuff them, but then attacks Hans and his brothers as soon as they get close. Hans tells his brothers to back off and Anna and Kristoff run away. The two make it to the woods. Anna mentions that there's this thing called a wishing star that she read about in her mother's diary. They can use it to wish away to Elsa. They just have to find a pirate named Blackbeard. The two travel to him and ask for the wishing star. He tells them that he will give it to them for his weight in gold and that the star can only be used by somebody with a pure heart. However, Hans and his brothers followed them. The brothers tied them up. There they are then locked in a trunk and thrown into the sea. Before they are dropped, however, Hans reveals that they are frozen for 30 years. Anna believes the magic wore off so Ingrid could use it for something else. The massive Shattered Sight spell. That's right, this is actually in the present day, but still in Arendelle. Back in Storybrooke, Emma and Elsa use the locator spell. They follow it to the library. They travel through the tunnels underneath where the spell leads them to a wall of rock. Emma can tell that the rocks were just moved there, probably because of the Snow Queen's magic. Elsa's about to use her magic to break through, but Emma stops her, trying to prevent a cave-in. They go and get the dwarves to clear the passage. Regina believes that they don't have enough time to try and look for Anna. They need to invest in a counterspell. Belle found a way to do so with Anna's necklace. Elsa, however, doesn't want to let go of the only way she can find her sister. Instead, she makes a selfish choice and goes down into the library's cave after giving the group a decoy. Emma realizes what was going on and goes to find Elsa, who's made her way back into the mines. She uses her magic to break down the wall. The wall opens to a beach. Elsa's confused as to why the necklace is glowing despite Anna being nowhere in sight. The locator spell stops glowing. Elsa laments on how it was the last gift she ever gave Anna. Emma tries to tell Elsa that they need to go to stop everybody from attacking each other. Elsa tells Emma that she deserves to be attacked, that she wasn't able to save her sister. They cut to Anna and Kristoff in the trunk. They're able to break out of their ropes. Anna starts to say her wedding vows, singing they're going to die. Kristoff tells her to stop. On the shore, Elsa holds the necklace and wishes that Anna was with her. The necklace glows again. Anna and Kristoff are sucked into a whirlpool, but then appear in the ocean next to Elsa. The two get up and see her. The sisters embrace, and Kristoff is there too. Anna realizes that the necklace was the wishing star. A message in a bottle erupts from the waves, but they don't see it. Emma tells Anna that she's immune to the Shattered Sight spell since she's already been exposed. They try to get the fairies who are working on a cure. However, Hook is in there sucking the magic out of the fairies. Rumple took his heart and is using it to control him to get him to take the fairies' magic to fuel the hat. Emma finds the empty building that fairies were in and realizes that there isn't anybody left to make the cure now. Then they go to the sheriff's station where Anna reunites with David. Snow makes Emma lock her and David in the cells so that they can't hurt anybody. Emma's reluctant but eventually does so. They give her their baby and tell her that she will use her specialness, her magic, to save them. Regina locks Henry in her office. She's going to use magic to make sure nobody can make it in or out. Then she goes to her vault. She knows how dangerous she can become if her worst impulses are brought out. She seals herself within the vault and takes a deep breath. Then the curse hits. Episode 11. Shattered Sight. This episode, we get the backstory of Emma and Ingrid. So that's going to be the first half of what I go over, and y'all will just have to wait to see what happens with the curse. Anyways, Ingrid arrives in our world. She goes to a psychic. She asks about Emma and where she may be found. The psychic messes up the name of the child. Ingrid tries to attack her with her magic, but she doesn't have magic in this realm, which makes her storm off. We then see the same scene we saw in the recording a few episodes ago. Ingrid takes the camera from Kevin and gives it back to a teenage Emma. She tells her that everything is going to be fine. However, Emma tries to run away that night. Ingrid stops her, asking her if she wants hot cocoa. She says that she tried to run away when she was younger too, that the people in her life intervened because they cared about her. She's stopping Emma because she cares about her the same way they cared for her. However, she tells Emma that she won't stop her, but that she gets how difficult it is to live under the same roof as Kevin, the boy tormenting her, who's terrified of spiders. Then tells Emma where to find a fake spider to scare him. Emma says that she's going to hang around just a bit longer. And then cut to the two of them at a carnival. Ingrid helps Emma with the claw machine. She notices that when Emma really focuses, sparks start to fly. Emma then gets the prize out of the machine. She tells Emma that she can accomplish anything and that she's very special. She's going to surprise everybody with her extraordinary gifts. She starts to tear up, which is when Emma sees an envelope from Child Protective Services. She thinks Ingrid is going to take her away, but instead she reveals that she's adopting Emma. Ingrid swears that she's going to be the best big sister Emma can hope for. Emma embraces her. Later that night, Emma wishes that she had powers like Harry Potter. Ingrid asks if Emma remembers how the lights in the arcade game flickered before she won. She says it might have been the cusp of a self-revelation. She pulls Emma in front of a car and tells her how to believe in herself and stop the car. She tries to tell Emma that she might have powers, magic. Emma thinks she's crazy and runs off, horrified. Later in 2001, we see Ingrid finding the land where Storybrooke would stand. She watches as it suddenly builds around her in an instant. Then we skip to 2011, where Emma comes into Ingrid's shop to get ice cream. Emma is horrified, recognizing Ingrid. She shouts at her. She tries to tell Emma about the prophecy, how special Emma and Storybrooke are. Emma believes she's so crazy, so Ingrid uses the memory stone on her to make her forget about her. Emma comes to, and Ingrid offers her some rocky road. In the present day, we see Ingrid walking through Storybrooke, admiring the chaos she's created. Snow White and David bicker in the cell, and it's honestly pretty funny. Kristoff also bickers with Anna. Anna tries to talk herself out of believing it. She walks off to where Kristoff can't hurt her with his words. Emma says that she will save everybody, but she's not sure how. Anna laments that in the story the curse is based off of, the creator of the spell had to die. Elsa doesn't believe killing is the answer. Emma says that she's willing to do everything that needs to be done, though. Anna's given the baby, which is really annoying since Anna's been out of the main timeline up until this moment. I want to see her and Elsa kicking ass together. Side note, Anna asks Elsa if she can trust Emma. Elsa says she can, that Emma's a friend, but I don't know, I think they could be a couple if they really wanted to. Anyways, in Regina's vault, she tries to break out of her own seal. She's unable to do so. She looks in the mirror and changes into a more regal outfit, one fitting an evil queen. Ingrid goes back to her store and retrieves 2 memory stones. Elsa and Emma try to confront her sister outside her store. However, they can't hurt her with the ribbons. Ingrid tells them that they will soon love her and walks away. Emma and Elsa go to Rumpel's store. They grab a knife and attempt to cut off the ribbon, however it doesn't work. There's magic protecting it. Emma realizes that the Snow Queen's amplified love is what's keeping the ribbons on them. The only way to get them off is to use amplified hate against them. So Emma goes to free Regina, now the evil queen. Emma uses her magic to break down Regina's containment spell. They enter the vault and face Regina. Emma lies, saying that she brought Mary into the present on purpose to show Regina the happiness she could never have. The lie makes Regina angry, and she blasts Emma and Elsa. They raise their ribbons, and the hate destroys them. They then make their escape and run off. Regina runs to the sheriff's station, where she finds Snow White and David. She's going to take their baby. She sends Anna and Kristoff away while she deals with the couple. Regina says she doesn't need magic to kill Snow, and gives each of them a sword. The two duel, and it's very slay, but sadly not important. Elsa and Emma go to Ingrid's lair. She tells them that she's been waiting for this moment, but then realizes that the ribbons are gone. She says it's sad that they don't love her. She then takes out the memory stones that she took from Elsa and Emma. She removed the bad memories she took from them, and she will only give them the good. Then they will love her again. The reason they've been hesitating to kill her is because although they don't remember it, deep down they know they love her. Kristoff and Anna end up on the shore. Kristoff rants about how simple his life used to be until Anna came into his life. Anna trips on the message in a bottle from the ocean from the last episode. She hits Kristoff with it, knocking him out. She then reads the note inside. It's the one her parents dropped in the ocean when they died. She has to take it to Elsa. Anna bursts into Ingrid's lair. She reads the note from her mother. She reads it, and it talks about how her parents were wrong to conceal Elsa's powers, how Ingrid also held in her powers and it backfired on her. Her mother let her fear guide her. She loved Ingrid so much, and the crystal with the note included the memories of the people of Arendelle. It gives instructions on where to find the urn to free Ingrid. Their mother wanted to set Ingrid free. Ingrid uses her magic to choke Anna. She tells Ingrid that she can come back from the curse. She tells Ingrid that family never gives up on each other. Ingrid shouts at her, saying that she's lying, and strikes her with her magic. She then takes the letter and starts to read it herself. She falls to her knees, crying. All that she's done hits her at once. She realizes she needs to reverse it. She has to destroy herself. She realizes that she's a monster, but not because of her powers, but because of what she let them turn her into. She realizes that Elsa has Anna and that Emma has a family. She gives them back their memories and tells them how special they are. In some of the ugliest CGI I've ever seen, Ingrid dies as she laments that she finally has her sister's love and her happy ending and dies. Side note, but during this entire scene in Ingrid's lair, there's this ugly filter that I've only really seen in Pinterest profile photo edits, and it's such a recognizable filter that it's a little distracting. Anyways, Elsa and Anna realize that they must grant their mother's last wish and grant the memories of their aunts to Arendelle. The curse lifts and the people of Storybrooke quit their fighting. This includes Snow White and the Evil Queen's duel. They laugh as Regina looks down and sees the odd regal outfit she's wearing. They find Emma, Elsa, and Anna and embrace them. Episode 12. Heroes and Villains. Elsa takes down the ice wall surrounding Storybrooke. Emma realizes that the town line is intact. Ingrid wanted to be alone with Emma and Elsa, and some of her magic still remains. They need to find a magic portal to get back to Arendelle. Anna tells Elsa that they need to hurry since Hans has conquered Arendelle. Rumple laments to Hook that Anna is a threat since she knows what he's up to. He tells Hook to keep an eye on her. Oh, you probably forgot about Marion, because I sure did. Anyways, with the Snow Queen dead, the curse on her has been lifted. Regina returns her heart and brings her back to life. Marion tells Regina that she knows that Regina and Robin are in love with each other. She doesn't want Robin to be with her out of obligation, and that she will step out of the way of the two if it is what his heart desires. Hook goes to Emma and tells her that gold helped him to find a portal that Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff can use to go home. All they have to do is walk through it. Later that day, Marion collapses again. The spell the Snow Queen put on her is still active. If Marion were to enter a world without magic, however, going past the town line, she could live. However, if she passes the town line, she can't go back in. Somebody has to go with her. Robin Hood and Roland have to go with her. They do just that. As Marion crosses the line, she looks completely healthy. Robin also goes, but not without a final kiss for Regina. With all that being said, the Snow Queen's curse is officially gone, and Regina once again doesn't get a happy ending because God forbid that woman be happy. But we're here for Frozen, and Frozen we shall get. Anna, Elsa, and Kristoff arrive with Emma, Snow, and Henry. Anna thanks them for their help. Elsa thanks Emma for everything she's done. The two tightly embrace. Emma opens the door to their world and they walk through. Well, except Anna. She turns around and asks who Mr. Gold is, the man who helped him find the portal. They tell her that he's actually Rumple, and she tells him that she's glad she didn't have to meet him again. They realize he lied to them about knowing anything about Anna. She goes through the portal. Now they're all able to stop Rumple, but the details aren't important since we've officially finished with the Frozen part of the season. And also, because if I just spend another second dealing with Belle and Rumple's toxic relationship, I think I'm going to have an aneurysm. But yeah, with that, we have the Frozen story arc of Once Upon a Time. I didn't think it was as bad as I remembered, but I don't think it was top-notch. I think Kristoff should have had more to work with since he's just kind of there. Maybe just a solo episode or something. Also, they needed to invest in some casual wardrobe for Elsa. She wore her princess dress every single episode in the modern timeline. I would have loved to see a modern styling on her, or literally anything else. I also wish we got to see more of Anna and Elsa reunited. I get why because of story reasons, but still would have loved to see it. I also hated Hans. His inclusion after being unfrozen felt extremely forced just to build stakes in Arendelle. I feel like Elsa could have just wished Anna and Kristoff there without there having to be this near-death stunt. I get that it gave Anna and Kristoff something to do as well as a way for the letter to get to Storybrooke via the water, but I think it would have been better if maybe Anna and Kristoff went looking for answers as to where Ingrid may have gone with Elsa and found the letter that way. However, Anna doesn't have time to read it and stuffs it in her pocket to take out later, which is what she does in the finale or something like that. For the good, I absolutely loved Ingrid. She's such a great villain, and although I think her turn to good was very sudden, it was still in character. I do think the reason for her villainy was flimsy with what we had in the flashbacks, but it also comes as a twisted vision she had of her sister's relationship after being bottled up in the urn for so long. I also love the relationship between Elsa and Emma. Though some of Emma's arc was very on the nose in its parallels to Elsa's and Frozen, I think it still helped with their characters. The scene where Elsa talks to Emma out of giving up her powers is one of my favorites of the season. The two come into their own together and it's really great to see. I also loved Elsa in general. We get to see a lot of complexities from her. I really like how they don't make Frozen the fix-it to her powers control. Instead, we see her wearing her gloves after the events of the movie. She transfers her reliance of her gloves to a reliance on Anna for control. It's not until she gets to Storybrooke and starts to truly accept herself that she regains full control of her power. I also love Anna. Her portrayal by Elizabeth Lail was spot on, literally straight from the movie. I loved all of her storylines as well. The way she held her own against Rumple as well as Bo Peep was very entertaining. I wish we got to see more of her in the main Storybrooke characters, or just more of her in the future. She was insanely fun. The other characters were fine. I didn't care for Hook or Rumple's arcs, and I definitely didn't pay attention to Snow White's arcs at all. The main arc I found interesting was Regina's, but you take a shot every time she mentions villains don't get happy endings, you probably will get alcohol poisoning. They hammered that shit in. But anyways, I really enjoyed this arc, and I'd recommend it to any Frozen fan. I really enjoyed making this video as well, so if you like it, feel free to let me know. If this video does well, I might do a follow-up with the Dark Swan story arc, since that's one of my favorites as well. Until then, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or do all three. Corn, out.